Why have we problems? What is a problem? Please inquire with the speaker this question: what is a problem? Etymological meaning of that word means something thrown at you. A problem is a challenge, something you have to answer. But if you begin to inquire into the whole nature of a problem, if you begin to inquire into the whole nature of a problem, whether it's most intimate or world problem, as we said, the meaning of that word etymologically means something propelled, something thrown at you. I wonder if we have noticed from this question of problem, when you are a child, you're sent to school. There, you have problem of writing, problem of mathematics, problem of history, science, chemistry, and all the rest of it. So from childhood, we are trained to have problems. Please have patience. Look at it carefully. So our brain is conditioned, trained, educated to have problems. Observe for yourself. Don't please merely listen to the speaker. We are together investigating, looking into the problems that you have. So from childhood, we are trained, educated, conditioned to have problems. And when new problems arise, which they inevitably do, our brain, being full of problems, tries to solve another problem and thereby increase more problems, which is what is happening in the world. The politicians all over the world are increasing a problem after problem, and they have found no answer. So is it possible? Please listen if you will. Is it possible to have a brain that is free from problems so that you can solve problems? Not a cluttered brain full of problems. Is that possible? And also, if you say it is not possible or it is possible, you have stopped investigating. What is important in this inquiry is that one must have a great deal of doubt. Skepticism. Never accepting anything at its face value or according to your pleasure or gratification. This life is much too serious. So we should inquire not only into the nature of conflict, problems, but also, perhaps this may be much more important, Go all over the world, wherever you will. Every human being on this earth, every human being, whether he lives in Russia, China, Asia, India, Europe or here, goes through all kinds of sorrow. Thousands, millions have shed tears. And occasional laughter. Every human being on this earth has had great loneliness, despair, anxiety, confused, uncertain, like you. Every human being, black, white, purple, or whatever color you like. And psychologically, this is a fact, actuality, not invented by the speaker, but this is observable. You can see it on every face on this earth. And so, psychologically, you are the rest of mankind. You may be tall, short, black or white, or what color you may be. But psychologically, you are the mankind. Please understand this. Not intellectual or ideologically or a hypothesis, but it is an actuality, burning reality, that you psychologically are the rest of mankind. Therefore, you're psychologically, you are not individuals. Those religions, except perhaps parts of Hinduism and Buddhism, have entertained, encouraged this sense of individual growth, saving individual souls, and all that business. But in actuality, in your consciousness is not yours, it's the rest of mankind. Because we all go through the same mill, the same endless conflict and so on. When one realizes this, not emotionally, not as an intellectual concept, but as something actual, real, true, then you will not kill another human being. You will never kill another, either verbally or intellectually, ideologically, or physically, because then you are killing yourself. But individuality has been encouraged all over the world. Each one struggling for himself, his success, his fulfillment, his achievement, pursuing his desires, and creating havoc in the world. Please understand this very carefully. We are not saying that each individual is important. On the contrary, if you are concerned with the global peace, not just your own little peace in the backyard. Nations have become the backyard. If you are really concerned, as most serious people must be concerned, that you are the rest of humanity. That's a great responsibility. So we must go back and find out for ourselves why human beings have reduced the world to what it is now. What is the cause of all this? Why have we made such a mess of everything we touch? Both in our personal relationship between man and woman, between each other. Why there is conflict between gods, your God and the other's God. So we must inquire together whether it's possible to end conflict. Otherwise, we will never have peace in this world.